Escaping to nature is something I've always been good at. Its beauty and tranquility grants me the space to truly be present with my thoughts and gain clarity within the madness of the mind. It is a place for me to feel my feelings and feel them fully, meeting them with an ocean of love. After all, nature is our greatest teacher. This time, I found myself on the beaches of Baja for my yoga teacher training. It was not at all what I expected, but it was exactly what I needed. For 17 days, we were taught what it was meant to live like a yogi. This is what I learned. The mornings were quiet, peaceful. Every day started with mandatory silent hours, a time for meditation to mentally prepare for the day ahead. I got up before even the birds. I remember listening to the soft whisper of the waves and hearing the first bird start to chirp, and then the second, and then the third, until my ears were filled with a symphony of birds singing in unison. Morning, listening to the birds chirp, watching the sunrise. I'm about to journal. Birds are so cute. They're so little. Hold on. By 7:15, we met in the studio for a morning yoga practice, allowing the spirit to awaken through movement. Movement is medicine. Permission your spirit to dance with the breath, flow and create poetry with your body. After all, we are the body, not the mind. When the mind wanders, allow the body to carry you back to the present moment. The body is a portal to the present, and when you live in the present moment, the future takes care of itself. I appreciate the words of encouragement the teachers would sprinkle in to build our confidence as yoga teachers and light workers. They would say, anyone who watches you move, allow them to be entranced by your movements, synchronized to the rhythm of the universe. The way you move is an inspiration to everyone around you. You are a gift. The silence carried into breakfast. Because we spent so much time as a group, this allowed us the space to be with our own energy, the space for introspection, integration, or simply gratitude for this now moment. As I nourished my body with fresh fruit and granola, I thanked Mother Earth for watering the soil, and the sunshine for allowing the trees to grow. I thanked the trees for sharing with us their fruit. I thanked the people who picked the fruit and the kitchen for preparing the delicious meal. I thanked myself for my presence, and my body thanked me for the replenishment. The day was filled with teacher training workshops, breaking down the asanas, learning the sequence wave, the benefits of different pranayama exercises, and teaching from day one so we can confidently lead a 70-minute class by the end of the program.
Find one point to stare at. It's like any other balance pose. Beautiful. Wow. And engage your standing leg.
Look at that.
That's great.
I wonder if I can limber in 2022, 23. 22.
A youngin'. A little baby. With an old soul.
Every day, the lunches were amazing. We had time before our next class to take refreshing dips in the saltwater pool, to feel the beaming rays of the sun kissing my skin, coating me in a golden glow, inviting the sunlight into every cell of my being, lighting up my spirit and radiating from the inside out. Other days, I would explore the private beaches just outside of campus, feeling my feet connect with the cool rocks.
I want to get up there. That's where I want to be.
Climbing to the very top to witness the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, while also trying my hardest not to fall off. I feel so good. Now I just need to figure out how to get back down. It's an adventure. It's always an adventure. But most of the time I spent lunch bonding with the other yogis, creating soulful connections and beautiful memories. I wrote this in my journal. So far, the people I have met have been beyond amazing. I am so blessed to be surrounded by so many loving, caring, compassionate, special people. Each person I have had the pleasure of talking to has made an imprint on my heart, and I appreciate every single pocket of time I get between classes to connect and deepen these soul bonds I know will last lifetimes. After lunch, we would continue our training, diving into yoga philosophy, enhancing the physical practice through spiritual understanding. As the sun began to set, we would sometimes have satya circles, satya being the Sanskrit translation for truth. We would hold space for one another, listen with compassion without judgment, so we may uncover what is here for us now, and learn to connect through sacred communication. It was emotionally raw, painful, but beautiful and freeing at the same time. On classes that didn't end up on the beach, I found myself running at sunset across campus.
The way I'm running to the beach. Oh, it's so pretty. Hold on.
Kicking sand behind me as I raced to see the sun slip below the horizon.
I'm so out of breath.
I would meditate on the beach and watch the sky change colors, imagining what it's like to become the sunset. Nature is perfect. It is divine, and it is a reflection of you. It's fascinating when you realize how safe you are when you are tapped in. You feel so alive and so connected to the magic that is around you. Coming back from the beach, we would meet in the dining area to have a delicious dinner together filled with laughter and love. We would also have beautiful, enlightening conversations, sharing meaningful quotes and mantras with each other. One that was relevant to me at the moment was, "May the bridges I burn light my trail." When I first landed in Mexico, it was a full moon. This is a time to release what no longer serves you as the moon begins to release its light. I was met with fears of letting go and worry of what would happen if I did. I was invited to sit and be present with my fears, doubts, and anxieties. Feel into that sense of reaction. Allow it to become loving awareness, then choosing to let go, ultimately making my way back into myself. Some nights we practice bhakti, one of the 6 branches of yoga, which is yoga of devotion. We gathered in the Moon studio to listen to the Jaya band play kirtan music. And one time, I was even invited to perform with them on stage. Then after satsang, we would go back to our tents with hearts full of love.
Want to come in? Hi, good morning.
March 13th, 2023, journal entry. This morning, Black Puma greeted me good morning as I brushed my teeth. I heard a happy meow and felt her brush up against my ankle. This would be great vlog footage. I wish I had my phone, I thought as I knelt down to pet her before she wandered off. Moments go by and I hop in the shower. I look up to see the moon perfectly in view. I wish I had my phone, I thought again as I rinsed the shampoo from my hair. When I turned around and looked up, I saw Black Puma again, perched on the shower walls, staring down at me. I reached my arm up as high as I could, and she stretched her paw down to meet mine for a gentle touch. Damn, I wish I had my phone, I thought one last time before I finally got the message. It's as if the cat and the moon were saying, breathe and just be, my child. This is a moment only you and I will share, and only you and I will remember. Be present for it. Be here with me. Cherish and surrender to the here and now. Not everything is meant to be captured and shared. Settle into the present. That is where the magic is. A couple mornings were spent in walking meditation. I loved these days because I was able to feel into our divine connection with nature.
Don't you feel like a wilderness explorer?
To deepen our presence in nature, our teacher said, everything living has secrets, and you can hear them.
You know, it's quite fascinating.
For instance, our exhale is a gift to the plants, the same way our inhales are a gift from the plants. So enjoy every single breath. We don't have to do anything to be in tune with nature. Just existing is enough. In this day and age, we have become addicted to stimulation. There's always something next to accomplish. But what happens if you synchronize with nature's pace? A tree does not grow 50 feet in one day. Take time to water yourself, to root down into the earth, to grow slow and steady, allowing your branches to stretch long and strong. Permission yourself to rest and recover. The rhythm of nature does not rush, yet the flowers bloom in perfect timing. We also had a morning swim as a group. We saw some whales, and we learned to become one with water. Embody fluidity, which means no resisting, and become one with air, ground, fire. Become one with the universe. Feel into our unity and oneness. Get all of the tacos. And someone said to step on it, so. Sundays were our off days. We had the option to take a shuttle into town, but I decided to stay on site and do my laundry and explore the nature surrounding campus.
My motto for today. Those are actually really good photos.
I figured going into town would be overstimulating, so I decided to take a solo hike to the small oasis in the desert and meditate with a fig tree. Okay, so I found the bridge, because I remember there's a bridge, and now do I take that path or that path? I choose you. I found the palm trees. I'm going the right direction. I just made the executive decision to just keep following the water, and guess what I found? The fig tree! I'm hugging the fig tree. When you're immersed in nature, see if you can feel with your eyes as an extension of your heart. It creates a whole new experience.
Now I don't know how to get down. We're just gonna trust. We're just gonna trust. That was interesting. I'm good, I'm alive.
I grounded myself in the strength of the fig tree, directly feeling its roots underneath my fingertips and planting my feet in the soil beside it. Its wisdom allowing Mother Earth to neutralize any negativity I was holding on to with my exhales. Dude, I'm lost, but look at all the goats that I found. They don't attack, do they? Goats don't attack? Oh god, they noticed me. This is so odd. There's just a bunch of goats. What the hell? I continued my meditative practice on the cliffs of South Beach to connect with the ocean. I noticed the birds. I noticed the waves. I noticed the sun on my skin.
It's me and my cactus friend. Just looking at the ocean together.
Then I added the breath. Inhale as the waves come in. Exhale, release, and allow the waves to carry my stress off to sea. There's something special about the stillness through meditation. It is when I am met with total peace. No thought, just stillness. The last week of training was the week of the spring equinox, paired with a new moon. New moons are a great time for setting new intentions and manifesting positive change. This new moon, I wanted to focus on opening up to receive. It was interesting to hear how others perceived me. They saw traits in me that I struggled to believe I had. I realized I am much more than I thought I was. I allowed myself to fully receive the kind words the teachers and fellow students shared with me, deepening my love for myself. Especially with the energy of the spring equinox marking the beginning of the new astrological year, fully open up to receiving the blessings for what's to come. Live in fullest expression of my soul as a spiritual practitioner, always adapting, improving, rebuilding, transforming.
I made a city of seashells. It's a sad day. I have to pack to go home. Got this blanket. Every time I practice yoga at home, I'll be reminded of my teacher training. The thing is, though, I only have this one luggage, and this blanket is taking up a lot of room. But we're just gonna go for it. I thought it'd be cool to talk about my favorite memory. The first Saturday, we kind of had a dance party. Like flicking lights on and off, disco lights going. We were all so silly. At the end of it, we were all laying in a circle with our heads in the center. In Shavasana, just breathing, feeling the vibrations of the music on the floor. We were all just saying yes. It was magical. And then we all came to a seat and went around the room saying one word of how we were feeling. And I said alive. Went around again and I said I felt blessed, felt pleasure, I felt bliss. It was super fun. The second Saturday we had something that was called a vision quest. First had this cute little send-off. They're all just lined up, going one at a time, going down this aisleway between everyone, and we were just hugging the person and singing to them about how much we love them. All I ask of you is forever to remember me as loving you. Yeah, when it was my turn, I opened my eyes and I was looking at everyone and everyone was singing to me. I just bursted out into tears. I was crying like a baby, but it's just because I felt so loved. I felt all the love coming in, then got sent into the wilderness. Me and my friend Adam, he built a bonfire from scratch and I fed it with my journal paper. And then we went to bed underneath the stars. All of us just spread out across the beach, and then we woke up and started the vision quest. We weren't allowed to eat, we weren't allowed to talk, we weren't allowed to journal, we weren't allowed to do anything. Like, we kind of just had to sit in boredom, meditate, and become friends with boredom and just see what arose. We had permission to get naked if we wanted. Everyone was spread out and had their own space, so no one was able to like see clearly. I saw that everyone was stripping down and I was like, okay, I guess that's a vibe, so I stripped down as well. And it felt really liberating to just allow myself to be naked on the beach. It was just an interesting feeling to just be stripped down completely, not only just physically, but there's a bird. Mentally and emotionally, all of the things spiritually stripped down, having the permission to be seen for who I am and what I have to offer, which was really therapeutic. I remember being in the water, feeling like a mermaid. There were some emotions that came up. You could use sound to move energies out of the body. So there was feelings of sadness. I was just sitting here and I was tuning into what that sound was, singing like a siren, you know, like the mermaid siren, and I felt instantly better. And I got into the water, got crashed down by a couple of waves. I realized I just had to surrender to the waves, allow them to flow through me, and when I was able to do that, I tuned into the power of the waves. I was watching them come in and they were so powerful, and I just stood there like this, inhaling and being being replenished by the waves, replenished by the sunlight. It was like the most peace that I've ever felt. It was the most presence I've ever felt. I was rolling around naked in the sand, and I look at my hands, looking at every single individual grain of sand on me. Yeah, there's just a magic you can tap into when you're present. I was really feeling into my heart space. I was really tapped in, really connected. Nothing to do. We were just existing. I thought that was a very beautiful thing. There was a mantra that kept repeating in my head as I was rolling around in the waves. Let go, let flow, let be. Let go, surrender, let flow, allow whatever it is happen, let flow, and let be. Just be, just exist. Let go, let flow, let be. That was my takeaway. We were able to come back at 2:30. This fucking vision quest is no joke. I had the best time, and now I have to walk back with all of this shit. I can't really see over my feet. That's okay. Doing great. Why am I doing the extra work trying to get vlog footage of this? When we came back, we had a breathwork session. It was like a rebirthing session. We were breathing for like an hour. When we came back to the space, we were instructed to go outside, walk around, and see nature as if we were seeing it for the first time. And that was really cool. The colors are brighter. I feel like everything was slower. See all the birds just doing what they wanted to do. I was really connecting with this one tree. I was hugging the tree. I had the best time in the past 17 days. I'm so sad that I have to leave. I'm coming back, whether to do another module. Yandara, this is not the end.
The last day was our graduation. On our last night, we sat around the bonfire, sang songs, and gazed at the stars. I remember thinking, this experience has been so special. My heart feels so full. I thought back to my intention for this trip, which was clarity, and what I received was just a reminder of what I already knew. When life starts to feel icky, return back to the breath and the present moment. The heart only knows the present. It is a mind that wanders into the fear of the future or the wounds of the past. Return to the now moment. When now is enough, here is everywhere. You don't have to travel far away and escape, because wherever you go, you are here. Everything you're looking for is here. Enlightenment is just in light of the moment. Then all of a sudden, now becomes infinity. Every fiber of my soul is illuminated with love and gratitude for this place. Thank you, Yandara, for the love, the clarity, the confidence, the space, the peace, the teachers, the friends, the food, the replenishment. Thank you for it all.
May your whole life you feel held with each other.
How was that?
It's so freaking good.
It's delicious.
Not sure we can get rid of all of this sand. We're happy just listening to the water sound. What's not to love?
Wow.
We're Baja bound. Coming back next year, aren't we, huh? Hope the band makes it.
The band.
Not a yoga class.
Oh, and then the stars at nighttime are incredible. You could see all of them, and I saw 2 shooting stars last night.